There you go, make sure you can move your feet now. What was that like? Wasn't that weird? There you go. But that's the joy of hypnosis.
Woo! Run! Run!
I hope you liked that clip. There's more to come, so keep watching. This week in this hypnosis tutorial, I'm asking the question, where does the conscious mind go? What's happening to the conscious mind when somebody's in hypnosis? To hear answers to that, keep watching and find out. Hi there, welcome to the Feel Good Hypnosis YouTube channel. My name is Turan Mirza, I'm a hypnotist and I'm here to give you information about hypnosis. If you want to find lots more information, make sure you check out the other videos. There are over 500 videos at the time of making this video, and make sure you subscribe. Click the big red subscribe button and click the bell notification button next to that subscribe button so you keep notified of every time I release a new video. A new video comes out every Sunday, so make sure you get notified by clicking that notification button. And don't forget, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, because it helps this channel grow when these videos get likes. So what are we talking about this week? Well, this week you've seen these guys before. I'll put a link up above to them being induced in the first skit that I ran through with these guys. But now we're moving on to some more skits. And this is a nice, fun skit, a bit of interactive skit between the two people. I'm giving a different suggestion to each of these two guys, and they're going to power off each other to really, have fun with this skit. So for one guy, I'm going to tell him that every time he hears the word hypnosis, from myself, he's going to howl like a wolf. Then I move over to the other guy and tell the other guy, the guy in yellow, I say every time he hears someone howling, he shouts out loud, warning people that the wolves are coming, there's a wolf coming, run, run. So it's a nice fun skit, and it relies on one guy being triggered by me and the second guy being triggered by the first guy. Now, during this video, you're going to find out that it doesn't always work, but it's a good way of explaining how the unconscious mind and the conscious mind are interacting in hypnosis. So before we go on any further, let's watch the clip of this street hypnosis. It was filmed at QCon, so you'll see some people walking around in lovely costumes in the background. These guys weren't overly dressed up, but there were some lovely costumes in the background, but that explains why. It's like a Comic-Con type event down at Queen's University. So let's watch this video, see these guys in action, and then I'll come back. Stay tuned, don't turn away from the video at the end of this, at the end of the skit, because I'm going to come back and talk in detail about what's happening with the conscious and the unconscious mind throughout this skit. So let's watch.
In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and the count of 3, the person I'm touching now, only the person I'm touching now, when I say the word hypnosis, you're going to howl like a wolf. You're going to howl like a wolf. Every time I say the word hypnosis, you're going to howl like a wolf. Nod your head that you understand. That's great. The person I'm touching now, only the person I'm touching now. When you hear a wolf howling, you're going to shout, run for the hills, the wolves are coming. Nod your head that you understand. Every time you hear a wolf howling, you're going to shout, run for the hills, the wolves are coming. And you're going to try and look around to everyone and make sure they are aware that the wolves are coming. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. There you go, make sure you can move your feet now. What was that like? Wasn't that weird? There you go. But that's the joy of hypnosis.
Woo! Run! Run! There's a wolf!
But hypnosis is a nice thing.
Whoa! Run! There's a wolf!
And what would you say is the best thing about hypnosis?
Whoa! Ah, run! There's a wolf!
And do you find it fun? Yeah. This hypnosis?
Wait, what? Doesn't work.
Hypnosis?
Woo!
And that howl gets more louder and more like a wolf. As I say, hypnosis.
Woo! Run! There's a wolf!
And look at me and sleep now. Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed.
Hi guys, good to see you still with me. Did you enjoy that clip? Wasn't that fun? So let's break down what's happening. Now, I've already described the two suggestions, about one will howl and the other one will respond to that howl. And it's interesting to see, when you watch that video, at times you might be saying, they're just doing it anyway. They're just howling for the sake of howling. It's not because they've been controlled by their unconscious mind. But there's some nice subtleties as you watch those twos. If you didn't see it, watch it again. There's some nice subtleties. When I say the word hypnosis, the guy in black howls. And as soon as he howls, the other guy shouts out loud, the wolves are coming. But just after he says it, look at his furrowed brows. He sort of puts his eyebrows down and goes, you know. Now he doesn't say it out loud, but he's sort of saying at some level into himself, what the hell did I just do there? What the hell did I just shout? So that's a nice clear indication that he's not doing it overly consciously. Something's triggering it, and that's the unconscious part of him is triggering it inside him. Again, I do it a few more times, and every time I say the word hypnosis, the guy howls and the other guy responds. But about the third or fourth time in, did you notice what happened? When I said the word hypnosis, something at an unconscious level prepped him to howl. You saw his body moving like he was about to shout out, but then he stopped. And at that point, his conscious mind kicked in. Because his conscious mind was always sitting there. We don't unscrew, I always say this, I don't unscrew the conscious mind and leave it somewhere else, leave it at his feet or whatever. The conscious mind is still inside his head and is still listening to everything that's going on. That's the fun part. We talk about the conscious and the unconscious mind, but there's just really one mind. It's one big mind of thought, and, well, just different areas of that mind think in different ways. So it's the conscious part of him's going, it didn't work. Okay, so when you hear him go, it didn't work, that's his conscious mind sort of speaking out in puzzlement, because his conscious mind was sitting back and going, wow, I just howled, I don't know why I howled, and you can look at him looking around a bit puzzled, but he's doing it anyway because it's coming from an unconscious place. When you're in hypnosis, I'm talking to the unconscious part of you. So I simply don't panic, I just reiterate the suggestion and say, every time I say the word hypnosis, it's going to get stronger and stronger. I just reinforce that suggestion and then say the word hypnosis again. And voila, he's back and howling again. And the other guy is responding. So it's a nice example there of understanding how the conscious and the unconscious mind are working. It proves to me, you know, when I'll say the word failure, but I don't class it as a failure. When I get someone not responding in that way, especially if after they've done 2 or 3 successful responses, it proves to me that they are responding at an unconscious place. If they just responded every time, like, well, some people do, they just accept that suggestion wholly and without question. When they do, it's hard to tell whether they're doing it or whether they're just making it up consciously. It really shows that, you know, there's a conscious and unconscious part of the mind always in there, always working. It's nice when it just goes seamlessly and they howl every time or perform whatever skit every time, but it shows you the human element, that there is a human element to it, and that they have a conscious mind that's always listening when things like that, you know, happen. So don't be afraid if they pop out and say, oh, I didn't howl there. Because it's not, I mean, let's face it, it's not the natural thing to do to just howl like a hyena or howl like a wolf or whatever. So when it happens, the conscious mind sort of is questioning what's going on there. But because they're in hypnosis, they're still under that suggestibility. When I reiterate the suggestion sticks. Now, you know, this is good even in a therapeutic setting, because it shows that we need to just make sure we layer in the suggestion several times. And, you know, sometimes people question, if I ask them, I think you should need another session, they don't understand, because, well, you know, I'm no longer biting my nails or I'm no longer smoking, but I'm suggesting they come back so that we can just layer in that suggestion to provide a belt and braces situation where that suggestion is really locked into their mind. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you've learned something about hypnosis today. Like I say, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget to click the big red subscribe button and click that bell notification button. And if there's anything I've left out, if you noticed anything in that video that I didn't mention, leave it in the comment section below. I really want to hear your comments. In the meantime, I release a new video every Sunday, so see you next Sunday.